Block who got NAMA started.
That's my son.
Oh,
Way back in the day, and pay attention, because there will be a quiz later, and if you know the answers, you remember some of the things he tells you, you'll be eligible to win some great prizes. Without further ado, let me introduce the chairman of the board of the New Amsterdam Musical Association, Mr. Willie J. Mack.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you very much. Hey!
we got that, we got that, we got that. Put it in. No, put it through, put it through.
Sorry.
There you go. All right.
That's who I am.
Yeah, right. It's all right. You can't let this out. There's a...
All right, good. So once again, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, and first of all, I want to thank you very much for your consistent support of NAMA, this great organization, the New Amsterdam Musical Association. So thank you very much. Have a big hand for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to read something to you. I know NAMA got started in 1903, way back when. Maybe before then they were talking about it. All right, and there were some very notable people that were a part of that original group. Okay? So this resume, the last resume of NAMA was written in 1962 by someone, a local guy from right here. His name was Sammy Hayward. Sammy Hayward was a violinist, saxophonist. He played alto saxophone. He was also a writer. He wrote many tunes, but notably, he was the musician for Langston Hughes. He was one of the early people to put the poems of Langston Hughes to music. All right? So in 1962, 63, 64, about 1965, I think it was, he was the president of NAMA as well. But anyway, let's go back from the beginning. It says in 1900, a few musicians gathered on West 53rd Street apartment of Mr. Louis Bigger Wise. Now you might be relatives of some of these people that I named, and if you are, let me know, because we are looking for family members of the founding fathers. So anyway, they were in a practice session, and at that time, they discussed the possibility of organizing the Negro musicians. Local 310, that is Local 802 now, would not accept black musicians into the union at that time. Okay? So, Mr. Wise and Mr. Riker talked about forming an auxiliary local. All right? So that's why you might, if you run into some older musicians and you say that you're down at NAMA, they say, oh, the union, huh? You know, because this was known as the beginning of the local for black musicians. Now, not only that, this was, up until that time, all the entertainment was done usually by minstrel show acts and stuff like that. Blackface and these kind of things. So NAMA was one of the early organizations to change that. Quietly as it's kept. Okay, anyway, joining in the discussion was Mr. Gladstone Marshall from Barbados and Mr. Pastor Panova from Cuba, who happened to he became the first president of NAMA. Okay, Pastor Panova from Cuba. Soon they brought together all the players they could interest. Mr. Riker spent much of his time, energy, and money on this project. Early in 1900, at a meeting at Mr. Riker's apartment on West 33rd Street, is actually 134 West 33rd, the following people were present. William Wiggins, violin; Henry Austin, trumpet; Robert Francis Lugay, clarinet; Louis Bigger Wise, cello; John Montgomery, drums; William Day, trombone; John Diaz, violin; Castor Tonalva, violin; John Peace, cello; Gladstone Marshall, piano; William Anthony Riker, bass; and Jack Foster, trumpet. Mr. Riker, a very ambitious and influential and aggressive man, suggests the name, the New Amsterdam Musical Association. In an interview with Mr. Wiggins, we learned that the name came from the New Amsterdam Dance Hall. Okay? So, that was the beginning of NAMA. And as you know, most of you know already, that it was incorporated. Actually, they organized it in 1904. They attempted to have it incorporated. At that time, there were not enough signatures until 1905. And so it was actually incorporated in the state of New York in 1905, becoming the oldest jazz organization in this country and arguably in the entire world. NAMA is the oldest. So now then, some more facts about the New Amsterdam Musical Association. The mission statement of the New Amsterdam Musical Association states to voluntarily promote and encourage the study and production of instrumental music in all various branches, to draw together trained musicians in the state of New York in a musical association for mutual intercourse and encouragement to establish in the city of New York a central meeting place for the instruction and social intercourse between its members. Okay, so that means that we actually support all genres in music, not just jazz. You know, we have a strong jazz background and strong leading, but all genres in music we support. And there's a lot more here that I can give you, but on September 20th, we're going to have a chat and chew, where you get more information about the past, more information about the present, where we're going. And it's at 6 o'clock. So it's free to all members. But if you are really and truly interested, you know, we will make an exception if you're not a member, you know, and we would ask you for a donation. But that's on September 20th. And after that, we'll have a show called Jazz Art, but I do jazz and art, stuff like that. We interpret paintings and everything regular jazz. So that's later on. But the most important thing is the chat and chew. You get to learn more about what we really do. You know, that kind of thing. The first female, well, Mr. Hayward was replaced by Vera Wilson, who was actually the first female president of NAMA. And that's, I don't know if there's another statement I should make about NAMA. Zangina, where are you?
I'm here.
For your attention.
Good.
And don't forget, September 20th at 6 o'clock here at NAMA. It's a chat and chew. You can come and ask questions. You can learn more about NAMA. And you can also, if you're not a member of NAMA, you can become a member of NAMA. All right?
Yes.
So thank you.
Get the young lady. Let you go. Just a minute.
Thank you so much, Willie. I appreciate it. Now we're going to start our show. If you were listening to Willie, there are key information that you can win a gift. I have a designer who happens to be my brother, Tyrone Brown. And he's did a beautiful gift cards, and I'm going to give them out as free gifts. And I'm hoping that you remember some of the things, and we'll get back to you in a minute. But right now, we're going to start the jazz part of our show. And Willie Mack, we're going to have this group and singers come up who want to do some shows and do some songs and have some fun. I believe the first one is always the Presidente of NAMA. A Presidente of NAMA Antoinette. Please come up and sing for us. Thank you so much.